Hello and welcome back to Co-op Cuties.
All right.
Today we are just interrupt me, why don't you?
I look. Do your thing.
Today we are playing a game called Signal to Noise, which has been very entertaining thus far.
Yes, in more ways than one. And we've
In
already
some ways
passed the
that it
title
probably
screen.
shouldn't be.
So, and what you just saw, but is gone now, is I was choosing a song. This game you can use music to change the kind of level that you play.
And you can you can play your own music, or they have some pre-recorded music in the game that you can select from.
Yes. And I think what I chose for this level was New Day. It's actually a pretty nice song. Never heard of the band, but it's pretty nice, pretty nice.
And the music is very 80s.
Well, I mean, the ones that I played, it sounded kind of like a grunge type song. I don't know.
Oh, alright, well the song that I played was Pyramids, and it was very 80s.
Yes. But they seem to...
Was it Pyramid or Pyramids? One of the two.
Yeah. I don't quite remember. But the point of it is that you have options, you have choices. So you can choose to play your own soundtrack by going to live music, and then the game will just kind of feed in whatever music you're listening to. Either it's through your iTunes or Pandora, or if you're listening to a YouTube soundtrack, or not soundtrack, but YouTube playlist. Yes. Then it'll just feed that music into the game, and then it will make different levels, and you'll encounter different enemies, and it's a really good way of kind of mixing up the gameplay, and it gives a lot of replayability to it.
Does it?
And
does.
yeah, yes, it does. And actually, right now, I think this is a boss. This is one of many different iterations of the boss. The boss doesn't change, but the kind
It's
of
a
stuff
giant
it throws at
floating
you does.
space skull.
Yes, and actually, I was
Or-
reading. I was reading that they took a lot of inspiration from Star Fox. There's Star Fox and some other.
Do a barrel roll!
No, there are no barrel. You can't do barrel rolls in this game. One thing I've just thought of something. It is awesome that you can either play in the game music or your own music. The one thing that, which by the way, we're like commenting on video that's already been recorded because the music was so loud, there was no way to change it. So unless you have a program or software where you can isolate your voice from game audio, it's going to be really hard to do.
Yeah, it was super loud.
Yeah, so it's not like you can just, turn this on and start recording with something like XSplit or Open... I can't remember the other one. Open Broadcast. Anyway, so yeah, if you have a program that can do that, then great, you'll have no problems, but since we don't have all that fancy tech, we kind of had to record the video first, and then now we're commenting on it. So that would be something that would be a great feature to add into the game if the developers go back and tweak this at all, is to add a feature to control in-game volume.
We also had a problem when I tried out the live song feature where you played a song in the background and then the game was supposed to pick up on it. And I don't know if this was because of that feature, but when I was playing through that level, the game it wasn't stopping, but like my ship would not move forward. Everything else would keep kind of spinning, and like energy packs would fly at me, but I was not moving forward. And then when the song ended, the level kept continuing, which it's supposed to stop when the song ends. And I don't know if that was because it was having trouble like reading the music, and that's like it was trying to catch up to the fact that it kept freezing me, or I don't know what happened there. But I think another good feature would also be to maybe give the option of selecting a single file for the game to read for a level. I mean, I understand that, if you're playing this game, you're probably going to want to have like a full playlist going, and that makes sense.
Yep.
But maybe also give the option of just selecting a single file at a time, because that might help with the trying to read the live music.
Well, I mean, it could also be that some people have like a playlist that's just in a folder. I know I used to do that with Windows Media Player, I would have like whole playlists in one folder. So, I mean, it's possible that people can isolate just one playlist that they want to just play while they're in the game and just have that in a folder. I don't know how hard that would be to implement, but yeah. Also, I don't know if it's come up yet, but I believe the way that this works is that the levels are as long as the song. So I think that the song New Day came to an end, and so now that's the end of the level. So no matter where you are, I was able to get up to 2 bosses while this song was playing. So I'm not sure if that's the way that it works, but it's pretty cool if it does. Because, I mean, then it's not the whole thing of, oh man, I'm like halfway in this level, but there's no way for me to save, but, I don't want to lose my spot. It's as long as a song is, so that's pretty cool. Unless you're playing, I was joking earlier with Stephanie about whether or not you play a Coheed and Cambria song. Some of their songs can be really long, so you're kind of in it for the long haul if you're playing one of their songs as a level.
We also experienced a problem when we tried to close the game. You have to actually hit the button that says exit game, because if you just X out of it, Steam will not read the game as having been closed, and you can't escape. There's no way to reopen the game because it reads it as already running, and there's no way to exit because it also reads you as having closed it. So we had to, I think Michaela had to force restart her computer because it was just going, nah, man, nah.
I sure did. Yeah, that was, it kind of held my Steam hostage. Well, it did.
It was kind of funny.
No, it wasn't, in fact.
Oh, I thought it was hilarious.
Of course you did. But yeah, like, if you play this game for the love of all that is good, do not hit the X button if you're in windowed mode. Just don't do it, man. I don't think you have the option of doing it if you're in full screen, so if you play in full screen, there's no issue there. But if you're playing in windowed mode, for the love of everything that is good in this world, do not hit the X button. It will be a bad time, and you'll have to, like, restart your
You're gonna have
thing.
a bad time.
Yeah, you will. I mean, unless you just, it won't let you close Steam, it won't let you, like, try and play the game to, to exit out properly. You're just stuck.
And then your computer has a fit because it's like, well, you've got this program running, and it's like, no, I don't!
Well, see, my laptop is the brain of the operation. So it's like, if I tell it to shut down, everything's getting shut down. It doesn't care who you are.
Yeah, see, mine wouldn't. Mine would have been like, well, you got this thing open. You sure you want? I would have been like, yeah.
Oh, also, now because we're on a new song, I can't remember what this song was called, but you can see the boss looked a little bit different. He was like throwing some different stuff out at you. So another
and he changes color and
yeah, there's another thing about this game where, depending on the song that you play, the level will change as far as the enemies that come at you, and the bosses will change as far as, like, what they will, like, the attacks that they have and the way that they look and that sort of thing. So I think the first one I fought was like blue or something, and that one was green, and he was doing some different stuff. So that's another
and then
cool aspect.
I fought a yellow one, and he threw fire at me.
Yeah, so that's another pretty cool feature of the game. All in all, I sand those few little things that were happening as far as, like, playing live music and the game just holding you hostage if you don't exit properly. I had a really
you
fun
can't
time.
leave.
I had a really fun time with this game. It's very hectic and chaotic, and it's a rail shooter, so if you're just looking to pick up a game and just, like, waste a few minutes or, like, half an hour, you can
waste a few
well,
minutes.
If someone's just, like,
You're looking to waste your life with a video game.
If you're looking to distract yourself, let me just say that this game is great for that, because from what I could tell, there was no save mechanic, so it going by the song, each level going by the length of the song is really nice to be able to just pick up this game and put it down whenever. There's no worries on that. Also, it seems to be very forgiving as far as when you die, I don't know if you all have noticed, but I've died several times through the playthrough, but I just kept spamming the fire button, and it would just keep continuing. So it's nice to play a game that you can just get right back into, and the action doesn't stop.
Non-stop action. Woo!
So, we're coming to the end of this video. So, is there any last-minute stuff that you want to say, Stephanie?
I also had I just have trouble with this kind of game where there's like so much crap going on at once. Maybe having an option of like, kind of adjust the speed at which you move through might be a good thing too. Maybe for people like me who are like, what's going on? Which I think is what I frequently yelled like every 3 seconds when I was playing. I was like, oh god, what's happening? But I mean, I can understand, most people don't need that. That's just for people like me who are spastic.
Well.
Yeah.
But, so, we actually got this game, the code for it, early, but we couldn't play it until after the game already came out on Steam. It came out on the 20th, I believe, of November. So you guys can pick it up and just have a good old time playing and shooting all crazy willy-nilly and listening to your songs while you do it. That sounded
Someone
really
lives
country.
in Texas.
Look at you! Anywho, so yeah, if you liked this video and liked the concept and the premise of this game, please give the video a like, let us know. So if you just want to keep up with our crazy shenanigans, see what new games we have to play, please click somewhere to subscribe. And we will see you in the next video.
Cuties out!